This girl was the second daughter of a baron, but she lived a life worse than a slave's. She was forced to do all the housework and eat leftovers from the table. She hoped everything would change on her coming-of-age day, but her father made her older sister the star of the party, introducing her to all the guests. Unable to bear it any longer, the heroine fled the banquet. Standing by a pond, she believed her plain appearance was to blame for everything. Just then, a man approached her and asked for directions to the party. The heroine silently pointed the way. The man thanked her, mistakenly thinking she was a servant. But his own maid corrected him. She explained that there was only one old servant in the house, which meant the girl before them had to be one of the baron's daughters. The man immediately apologized for his tactlessness. Noticing his unusual clothes, the heroine asked if he was from the Republic of Ipsandros. The man confirmed it, explaining that his mother had been a traveling performer from there. The girl was fascinated. She had read extensively about the country's culture and had always admired it. The man was surprised that someone in such a closed-off nation would study their traditions. In response, the heroine said with delight, "It's impossible not to fall in love with the art of Ipsandros." Having found common ground, they launched into an enthusiastic conversation about everything from clothing to folk tales. But suddenly, the heroine remembered her father's words, that it was shameful for a young woman to show off her knowledge. She quickly apologized for her behavior and tried to leave. The man was flustered, assuring her that if he had offended her by mistaking her for a servant, he would apologize as many times as needed. However, seeing her attire and demeanor, he realized something else was wrong and didn't insist. A month later, the baron's family received a marriage proposal. The suitor was a duke whose fortune exceeded the budgets of entire countries. The baron gladly agreed to marry off his older daughter, but she was less than thrilled. She was to marry a complete stranger, a man rumored to despise women. The heroine comforted her sister, saying that judging by his passionate letter, he would surely cherish her. The older sister, brushing it off, suggested the heroine try on a new dress she had made, saying that if things went badly, she'd move to the capital and open her own tailor shop. The heroine deeply loved her sister, who had told her stories of Ipsandros since childhood and always cared for her. But tragedy struck. On the wedding day, the older sister died in an accident. Her parents blamed the heroine, screaming that it should have been her who died. However, they couldn't cast her out. The baron had already spent the dowry the duke had sent, and they had no way to repay it. As a final farewell, her father told her, "Even though you're hideous, your job is to keep the duke calm so he doesn't fly into a rage." And just like that, the heroine was sent to the duke's residence as a substitute bride.
しかし旦那様、俺がプロポーズしたのはアナスタジアだ。妹じゃない。ああ、アナスタジア、あの夜に連れ去っていれば。
旦那様。
なんだ、マリー・シャデランなら追い返せぞ。
マリーと申します。今日はお会いできて光栄です。
キュロス様。